Okay, this is another method of applying your yoke to your corset, right? So attaching your yoke to your corset can be very technical. It has to be very neat, and the process of turning it might be rough. So to avoid those rough edges, if you do not draft your yoke, or maybe you misplaced your yoke from the pattern paper, this is another method of attaching your yoke. It is very simple, trust me. The yoke is not such a big deal, but sometimes it can be very, very much of a big deal. So my shoulder here is 16, my bust point is 10.5, so I'm going to take 10.5 from this place. I'm just going to take it from this place. Any mannequin of your choice will work. Preferably use a dress form. You pin it down for it to relax. All right, so I use one of the best spandex, one of the best mesh. So because people complain a lot of having bad mesh, where I get my mesh is Island Market. I get it from the Island Market. If you want to know the person I get my mesh from, feel free to leave it under the comment section. I will send you the person's number. It is very, very good, and it is affordable. So you just take from your here, you take your bust point. Just take your bust point from that shoulder, take your bust point, your bust length, then your bust point. So you cut out the neck. So there are so many methods of attaching your yoke. There are so many methods. But I prefer using this method. There's a method you can do whereby there wouldn't be a joining in between the lines. But I prefer doing that method when the client is around, so as to avoid bulkiness, because your net is supposed to be very smooth as possible. So this is me trimming it out. So this part you have to be very, very careful so as not to cut the lace. So that is it. So you're just going to leave a little bit, maybe 1/4 for the joining. So it is very, very simple, and it works most of the time. Almost all the time it works. So you pin it down, you secure it from that plunge. So this method is very good when it's a plunge neckline. So it is very, very good instead of stressing yourself. So this is when I was done pinning, then I'll cut out the neck. So this method is very good when you didn't draft your yoke. So if you drafted your yoke from the pattern, you just place your yoke and pin it, then run it with your sewing machine, or run it with your hand needle. That's a curved needle. You understand? So, but I prefer running it with the machine because that method, it is very, very good. So I'm just trying to trim out the neck. So this one is more like a guide. So you see this curved needle, that's what some people use in attaching their nets. But me, I honestly don't buy it. So what I do is I use my sewing machine. But this is another method. I just decided to show you a short clip on how you can do this. So if you have the patience to do that, you can. But what I do is I just use my sewing machine. I sew it, then I now trim every excess, like you wouldn't even know that there was a sew in there. You have to trim it to be very, very, very neat. So I hope this video was helpful. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. I love you guys.